Mark, voted best sportscast in Texas by the Associated Press.
There were a lot of doubters out there. I confess. I was one of them.
Who wasn't?
But now, what can we say?
I still can't believe it. No offense to the Texans. I still can't believe it happened. Some things in life are certain. One of those has been the Texans' inability to beat the Indianapolis Colts. The possibility of breaking their 9-game losing streak appeared remote, given the Texans' ineptitude the last few weeks, until finally a breakthrough.
Here's Steve Mark with quarterback David Carr.
Here's David Carr. He's been able to muster a smile. I can't imagine how.
You got to find the positives and everything. When you're down 32 points, it'd be a tough plane trip home if we didn't try and find some positives. So I thought, and I told my offensive lineman in there, I mean, some things at the end that happen when you're down like that, it turns into a pass rush drill. It was tough, but I thought that when it counted, they were battling up there. I mean, they did what they had to do. I mean, with the situation they were put in, being shuffled around all week, and then Wiegert being out, in the first series of the game, it seemed like it was going to be uphill from there, and it was as far as the score goes, but I saw fight in our guys' eyes, so if I can take anything away from that, I know guys are battling for me.
A pass rush drill, that's probably the perfect way to put it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, towards the end of the game, you get against any team when you're down 30-something points. I mean, it's going to turn into an uphill battle, and those guys are going to be one-on-one blocking, and it's going to be tough,
Today's announcement made it final, and now the search begins to bring on a new coach. Steve Mark live at Reliance Stadium with more on that. Steve?
Dom Capers has never made a single excuse during this, what has been a terrible season, but when somebody underachieves, as the Texans have, someone takes the fall, and Capers did today. The excruciating decision for Texans owner Bob McNair, who to hold the most accountable for a team that for so many reasons has taken steps backward.
This is a performance business, and so today I met with Dom and reviewed the situation and told him that I thought that it was in the best interest of the Texans to go ahead and make this change.
Dom Capers, steadfast with positive thinking all season, the victim of suspect personnel and uncountable bad breaks.
I'm disappointed that things had to end this way. One of the things I understand this business, and I understand your job, as a head football coach, is to win games. And obviously, when you put your heart and soul into something and it doesn't work out the way that you wanted or anticipated, then you're disappointed.
Texans players cleaning out at Reliance Stadium cost the only coach the franchise has ever had his job.
Coach Capers is a great guy. Unfortunately, things didn't go, the way that we or he planned. But you hate to see someone get fired. But that's kind of part of the business.
And part of the business means a very good man is out. Dom Capers' assistant coaches also told they can look for jobs elsewhere. We're live at Reliance Stadium. I'm Steve Mark. For one Houston family, Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Carson Palmer has become their favorite player. The family and Palmer now forever linked after turning something positive out of tragedy. Last January, Palmer's career in jeopardy after tearing ligaments in his knee. 2 days later, surgery in Houston to repair that knee. The tendons donated by 44-year-old Julie DeRossi, victim of a fatal car crash in 2004 in Southwest Houston. DeRossi's memory now lives on whenever Palmer takes the field.
Well, I feel like when he takes the field, she's there with him. And so when one of the reporters asked me what she would, how she would feel about him going out on the field, and I said she would say, "Right on, Carson," and she would.
Didn't know that's the type of thing that happened. I'm oblivious to that, and I don't know a whole lot of the medical terminology and all that stuff. So I was kind of taken back and surprised by it. But it's definitely something that when I heard about it, kind of blows your mind to think that somebody else's body part can be salvaged and used in another body.
DeRossi's family now big fans of Palmer and hoping Palmer's success furthers the cause for organ and tissue donation.
Because of the organ tissue donation, not just being able to like Carson pursue what he's always done his entire life, which is a huge thing to be able to do. But a lot of these people needed these things to simply live.
Man, what a great story.
Best message of all at the end.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. We appreciate it.
A little weekend trip to Detroit. A long way to go to settle a wager at the office.
Texas, baby, Texas!
Meet Tommy Gray and Jeff Hunt. Jeff is Tommy's boss at Union Planners Bank in Dickinson. Tommy, a diehard Texan fan. Woo! Jeff, a transplanted Texan still loyal to his Lions roots. Ever since the season's schedule pitted the two teams, escalating with the past week at work and on their joint trip to the Motor City, the jabbing hasn't stopped. Although somehow they still embrace each other's fervor.
We do, but we made a bet. He can't fire me if the Texans win. So, hopefully, yeah!
You're a good employee?
He's pretty good.
Except for today.
He's very good. Except for the jersey.
Except for today.
Hey, he looks ridiculous. He looks like a clown.
Yeah, I ain't gonna look ridiculous after this victory, baby.
Davis at the 25. Breaks a tackle and fumbles.
Not to be. The Texans' current penchant for turnovers gives employer the nod over employee, meaning Tommy Gray has to don that hated Lions jersey and the photographic documentation that will no doubt be prominently displayed at the office for years to come.
Congratulations, my friend.
All right.
Good job there, buddy.
Texans don't welch on bets. That's all there is. I'm gonna go burn this after I get home. This thing smells.
All in the name of a little office pool of sorts, 1,000 miles from home. In Detroit, Steve Mark, Local 2 Sports. The Texans billing the Sunday night game as family feud with a sporting rarity. Two brothers face each other, the Texans' Jamie Sharper and the Packers' Darren. Twice before in their careers, the Sharper brothers are opponents, Darren's Packers winning both times. And a particular rooting section, the Sharper family from Virginia, a total of 50 tickets, is somewhat nonpartisan.
We're very blessed in that they're both playing the defense, so they're not really hitting each other, but they are still very competitive.
When they were growing up, they really were hitting each other from time to time. I had to play referee quite a bit.
As it turns out, Jamie loses the war of brotherly love again.
This time I kind of felt like I was playing against the Packers because he wasn't playing the whole game. He didn't have a chance to make a play, really. So it felt like I was just going against Brett Favre and the Packers more than Darren when I was actually on the field.
You know, I got to get the victory, man. Kind of pay him back for all the times that he got me when I was a little kid.
Well, he was going to have to win a lot more games because I beat him up a lot.
Steve Mark, Local 2 Sports.